So, welcome here into the third space, this place of gathering and community and connection. Great that you can be here. I was thinking about what I would like to encourage us with for our meditation today. And I just wanted to go back briefly to the purpose of mindfulness and part of the practice of that. And the purpose of mindfulness is really a way of living mindfully, where we can observe in our life whatever we're thinking about and whatever we're feeling or experiencing, sensations and body, and to observe those things without critical self talk or without judgment. And the purpose of doing that is that we live in the present moment. And living in the present moment seems to be a hard thing to do, particularly for us, I think, in Western cultures where we're very much in our head. And so there are various ways that we can anchor back into the present moment. And so the mindfulness meditation practices are the kinds of things that help us to do that, to move back into the present moment, either through our breath, just our attention is anchored in some way or another into this present moment. And so our anchoring points are different for different people. For a lot of people, anchoring into the present moment or noticing what's happening in this moment can be done through the breath. So really dropping the conscious awareness into the body, into the breath. For some folk, anchoring into the present moment through touch. So fingers to fingers or touching the face, and by touching or wiggling toes, it anchors the thoughts, the conscious awareness into the body, which is only in the present moment. For some folk, like myself, my anchor point, if you like, the thing that most easily brings me into the present moment is sound, because sound, you can't hear past sound or future sound. You can only hear sound in the present. So for me, if I want to, I'm very aware of this present moment, I tune in my attention to the sounds around me. And the last one is learning how to keep our conscious awareness of our thoughts in the present moment and anchoring our thoughts into that moment. And so creating a bit of space in our conscious awareness of now. We worry about the past, we have anxiety about the future. And so to experience Shalom, peace, needs to be in this present moment. And so part of that is learning how to manage the thoughts in our mind. So we let go in our mind of the thoughts that are worrying about the past or the thoughts that are having a fear of the imagined future. Just enjoying the present moment, enjoying creating a bit of quietness within our internal communications, and creating a bit more of a blank canvas, or allowing the creative expression of our being to just flow in the present moment. So that's my encouragement to each one of us today. So let's do that. Let's start to become aware of our bodies in this present moment. Just having a quick scan over our bodies and just checking in and making sure that we're in a comfortable posture, so that there's not one area or another of our bodies that are calling for our attention unnecessarily. Just checking in, making sure our bodies are nice and symmetrical, not slouching. And if we need to adjust our posture in some way, to do that. Just noticing what's happening right now. And if there's a part of the body that's calling for your attention already, and adjusting your posture so that you can not be distracted. So I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, or if you have your eyes open for this first section, to do so with a really soft gaze. We're not focusing on anything in particular, but just a lovely soft gaze, taking in the environment that you're in this moment. And allowing the conscious awareness to drop into the awareness of the air flowing in and out of the body. Noticing the response of the body to the breathing. And settling into that. To help us do that, we're going to do a few small exercises. So taking a deep breath in, and when we exhale, we're going to gently and slowly turn our chin towards our right shoulder. And we're going to gaze over our shoulder. Doesn't matter whether the eyes are open or closed. Noticing any sensations through the body as we continue to breathe. Allowing our awareness to just settle on our body, noticing any resistance or any feeling of stretching. Taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, slowly and gently moving our head and face all the way through center across to the left shoulder. Again, noticing any resistance in the neck or body. Gazing over the shoulder. Continuing to breathe and signal safety to our body in this present moment. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling, moving back to center. These elements of our meditation keep us present and signal this is a moment of safety. Can rest as we take a deep breath in, lifting the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears, lifting them up, 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 and then exhaling slowly and then pulling the shoulders back, pulling the shoulder blades together, rolling them down, pulling the shoulders down towards the earth, feeling a bit of a stretch, and then releasing back to neutral. Let's do that again. Breathing in deeply, raising the shoulders up, nice and high, holding for a moment, and then exhaling really slowly and pulling them back, rolling them down towards the earth, pulling the shoulders down towards the earth for a moment, and then releasing back to neutral. Just keeping us in this present moment, holding our attention onto our bodies. We breathe in, raising the shoulders up, and holding and then releasing. You might feel some crackling, you might notice different sensations. Then moving back to neutral, neutral spine, really relaxed posture. You might notice the thoughts or the internal voice having some kind of commentary on the body. Just allow that to happen and then just let it go. Noticing, becoming aware of the breath, allowing the internal voice just be quiet. There's no need for that internal voice to commentate. You can just be peaceful as we notice the flow of air in through the nose, down the throat, deep into the belly. We're here in this present moment. Whenever we notice the chatter in our mind bubbling up, we just notice that as well. Notice that chatter and we just, let it fall quiet. Going to direct our awareness now to our body again through a body scan. Just even with our internal gaze, we might move both the gaze and the awareness up to the top of our head. Noticing the flow of gravity, just becoming aware how the scalp feels under the flow of gravity. Feeling whatever our scalp feels like, moving our internal gaze over our forehead, noticing, are we frowning? Is there a tightness across the skin of our forehead? Noticing, and in the noticing, releasing, noticing skin over the rest of our face, noticing all the micro muscles in our face. And as we notice them, as we individually look at them with our internal gaze, noticing what condition they're in. And we might like to release if we notice any tension, tightness. We might allow our chin to drop down, our mouth dropping open, really releasing whatever it is that we're holding around our eyes, our jaw, our mouth. Not thinking about why our face or jaw might be tight, but just in this present moment, allowing our face and muscles just to be in a really neutral, relaxed state. We draw our attention, our awareness round to the back of our heads, to the very tip of our spine, noticing that part of our body, and then allowing our awareness, our internal gaze to drop from the very top of our spine, allow it, and imagining vertebrae by vertebrae, down, 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 the whole spine coming into alignment, coming into a state of relaxed being. All the muscles, there's two really big, strong muscles running down our spine. Becoming aware of them, noticing them, perhaps holding attitude of gratefulness for these muscles that run down the sides of our spine. With each breath out, we release thoughts, or we release sensations that are not serving us well. Just releasing them with the breath out. A bit of a physical reminder of release. We notice the shoulders. We notice what's going on in that part of our bodies. Are we pressing up against the world, pressing up against that wonderful flow of gravity over our bodies? Is the tension in our neck and shoulders emanating from the tension, the chaos in our mind? And in this moment, we just yield, letting go of the thoughts, letting go of our shoulders, perhaps imagining gravity flowing like water or honey, something very soothing in your imagination, but letting it flow over the body. With each breath out, just releasing. Beautiful releasing of the body, of the shoulders, flowing down in the awareness to the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the palms of our hands and our fingers. And in the stillness of this moment, noticing the way our hands and arms, fingers feel heavy, and really yielding to that. Our fingers are intimately connected to our mind, to our thoughts. As we engage with the world and communicate, and we allow our mind to take the cue from our fingers and hands, the cue of stillness, of quietness. Our body is anchored in this present moment. We welcome the quietness and the stillness into the mind as well. Welcoming the quietness into our thought center. Whenever the thoughts begin to demand our attention again, we just let them go in whatever way is effective for you. Anchoring to the body, to the breath, to the sounds of the environment. noticing giving our entire being permission to be at rest, to be peaceful in this present moment. Perhaps giving ourselves permission to enjoy the quietness, to enjoy the peaceful moment. Just to sink into the pleasure of it. Noticing any resistance, reassuring ourselves this is okay. We have permission to rest. We are safe in our body, in our mind, in our heart, in our being. This is an okay time. Sinking deeply into that. As we spend a few moments in silence, we might allow a choiceless awareness of the sounds around us to nourish our very fibre, along with the breath nourishing us in this moment. Peace in the present moment. The life breath flowing through, nourishing our bodies. Beginning now to allow our conscious awareness to move back, internal gaze, moving back into the body, into the breath, moving from thought awareness down into our body, into breath awareness, sense of our core being, way down in our core. Noticing the flow of air in through the nose, down the throat, deep into the body. Sitting at the bottom of each breath for a moment. Noticing how the breath moves in unity with the body, rise and fall of the chest, in and out of the belly. Every breath is welcome. Every breath nourishing. Allowing our body to wake up a little bit now, having been nourished by the oxygen that we've been breathing. So we're going to take a deep breath in. When we get to the top of the breath, taking a bit more, holding at the top of the breath, and then slowly and gently releasing. And again, breathing in, getting to the top of the breath, and more. Holding, feeling that stretch in the chest, and then slowly exhaling. Feeling that beautiful drawing towards the earth with the breath out. And again, so breathing in deeply. And some more. And then releasing. Oof, beautiful. Always yielding to the yawn or the sigh. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale gently and slowly, turning our chin towards our right shoulder, gazing over our shoulder, noticing if there's a bit more flow and a little less resistance. Feeling a delicious stretch, back of the eyes, and maybe in the head and neck. As we take a deep breath in, exhaling slowly and gently, moving all the way through center to the left shoulder. Remembering to breathe. We are here in this present moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale, moving back to center. And just as whatever feels good, just raising and rolling the shoulders a little bit and the neck. Getting that blood flowing back through the body. Taking a deep breath in, and when we exhale, gently and slowly, blinking open the eyes, then adjust to the environment, to the day. Be at peace, my friends. Shalom.